Hello, 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 my friends. Caitlin here, and are you terribly uncoordinated at wearing heels? But you want to wear heels because they're super cute and make your legs look awesome and make certain outfits pop. Then this is the video for you, girl. Or guy. Guys might want to wear heels, and actually this might be the most relevant video for a guy trying to figure out how to wear heels. So I was a heel hater for the longest time, but admittedly, I did grow up during the late 90s and early 2000s when heels were the worst. But the 2010s kind of have gotten their A game going with the heels. And it wasn't until pretty much post-college when I entered the professional working world where I felt like I needed to wear heels in order to fit in with the business attire that I actually decided to start trying to wear them. And I ended up walking like this. And blisters everywhere. What do you think about blisters? And just generally being uncomfortable and unhappy. But with some practice and trial and error, I have learned how to walk in some awesome heels. And since I've actually had so many of my female friends ask me how I'm able to wear the heels that I do, I thought I would share some of my secrets. Woohoo! Step number 1, training. So the most important step to wearing heels, in my opinion, is training your calves and feet to be able to wear them. This might seem obvious, but I feel like a lot of people gloss over this fact. Like, oh, it's not comfortable to wear heels, so I'm just not gonna wear them. But then you put them on for, say, a special occasion and you pay for it. So what I found is that you get a pair of heels that are relatively comfortable and not too high, and then you just start wearing them out in small increments, like going to dinner or maybe out for some errands or one day at work when you can take them off while you're sitting at your desk if you need to. It's also important to note what kind of heels you start training with. You obviously don't go out for the first time in heels in like 5-inch stilettos. I really like ankle booties because the heel is usually a little bit chunkier and you also get to wear socks so you have some extra padding. So I would say starting out with some booties because they have that chunky heel and they give you better ankle support, or maybe some wedges. Wedges are also my go-to heel. It's much easier to walk in, especially if you're a heel walker like me. You just have to watch out for twisted ankles. I think that can happen easier in wedges because you're like fooled into believing that you're more stable than you really are. I once was wearing like 4-inch wedges to church and I was in front of the church. The service hadn't started yet, fortunately, and my ankle just gave out and I fell on the floor, and I'm pretty sure everyone saw my skirt. Yeah, no one said anything, but it was just like, what happened to Caitlin? She just fell on the ground. Yeah, so watch out for that. Basically what you want to do with this step number 1 is to start building muscle in your calves and in like the arch and like pad of your foot, so that as you add more height in your heel, you're better able to, those muscles are like engaged and able to work. Like you wouldn't think you need muscles to do fashion and to wear heels, but actually you do. Step number 2, making sure your heels are as comfortable as possible. You've seen the tricks about breaking your heels in without actually having to destroy your feet doing it, right? Like you wear big thick socks and put your shoes on and blow dry the shoe on your foot so that it stretches it out. Or you put a Ziploc bag of water into the shoes and put them in the freezer so that as it freezes and expands into ice, then it like stretches out the shoes. I haven't tried the frozen water thing, but the blow drying your shoes while wearing socks definitely works. Also, don't feel bad to use insoles or like the tiny toe sock things if your feet are slippery. Don't want them moving around in the shoe. But this also includes picking the most comfortable shoe for you. Like those 5-inch hot pink heels at Forever 21 look amazing, but I can almost guarantee you that after about 20 minutes of wearing them, it's going to feel like Satan is skewering pigs on your feet. And those pigs are your toes. Also be sure to note heel height. Like you can wear heels that are a lot taller in wedges than you can in stilettos. My general rule now, because I have bought heels that looked really good and then were far too tall for me in the end, is that if the heel is more than 3¼ inches, then I have to do a significant amount of walking in them before buying them or wearing them when I know I'm gonna have to walk around. If I know I'm just gonna like sit all day and I can take my shoes off, then maybe it's okay. But 3¼ inches, that's where my sweet spot is. I would say that a good starter heel recommendation is the Comfort Plus line at Payless. They're cheap, they come in a multitude of colors, and they have padding in the heel and inside the shoe, which just makes it so much, but like you basically already have an insole that's built into the shoe. They're honestly the most comfortable heel I've ever worn. The height is about 1.5 to 2 inches, but my mom and I are obsessed with them and we've bought far too many pairs. And finally, step number 3, know the terrain. So one of the big things I've learned about wearing heels, it doesn't even technically have have to do with the wearing of the heels, but it is knowing what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be the day that I plan to wear heels. Like, am I gonna be walking up and down a lot of stairs, or maybe around campus and on uneven sidewalks? Is there gonna be thick carpet that makes it really awkward for balance, or maybe there are gonna be hardwood floors which make that click-clack sound and I feel very self-conscious when I walk on hardwood and high heels? Now, obviously, you are not always going to know the what and the where of your day, so how do you know if you're supposed to wear heels or not? This is why having a pair of walking shoes or a pair of flats in your purse or just in your car or something with you is a wonderful idea. I have had days where I did far more power walking than I expected to, and that's because I power walk everywhere. It's very unintentional, but if I have to walk, it's power walking. But basically, all that power walking in heels means really blistered feet because I didn't have an extra pair of shoes with me. So learn from my mistakes. Throw an old pair of running shoes in your trunk, or just grab a pair of basic black flats and put them in your work desk. Be prepared. So yeah, all the possible heel advice you could ever need. Well, probably not. I'm sure there's like a million other heel related things that I don't know. I am not a fashion expert. I'm just schooled in the hard life of heel wearing. So that means I want to know what you guys think. Is it easy or hard for you to wear heels? Do you have any tips that I didn't mention here about heel wearing? Tell me all about it down in the comments. And of course, you can find me on some other social media platforms over here. Instagram is my favorite. I love posting pictures of my cat, and I also do some coloring projects, so come hang out with me there. I hope this video made you smile, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye!